Yo, V, how far have you come from episode 1?
Mentally or just
whichever? What do you choose?
I don't know. I guess I'm more mature now. I'm more mature. I'm more focused. I'm more like I can really communicate my feelings now as a man. Like it's weird. Before it was hard for me. Like I can't say I'm in a depressing mood, which I wasn't in a depressing mood episode 1, but life was happening. I was transitioning I was leaving my 20s and now I'm 30. So it's different. Like, I don't know. Granted, I'm going through a lot of personal stuff now, but I'm understanding that it's life. But I think I'm more mature and I'm more like, I don't know. I have a sense of me now, a real sense of me now. What about you?
Let me think about that first episode. In that first episode, we had 17 people on set, quote unquote, because we didn't really have a set. We just had a basement with a mic or one mic.
We didn't know what we were doing.
We didn't know what we was doing at all. It sounds terrible if you go listen to the first episode. We weren't really focused on what we were gonna do, what we wanted to do, but we knew what we wanted to do. In a sense, it sounds crazy. We knew what we wanted to do, but we didn't know how to do it. And then I feel like my life is more scheduled now, which I gotta thank DK for that, because if I didn't have a schedule, I would be lost. I would just float to different things.
DK, you really just put people on the schedule.
Wow, damn. DK is fucking staring Noah's Ark. Holy shit.
Nah, for real. I feel like my thoughts are more precise, and I gotta thank Edwin for that, because he calls me out on my bullshit, which is so easy to get away with in the past when we had just nothing but free time.
Yeah.
The maturity level has definitely risen.
Yeah, you got mature. You got very mature, Los.
Because did he?
Like all the dumb shit he used to do back then.
He used to do stupid shit, bro, just for fun, just for the views. But now it's like it's more of a longevity that we want to apply to this podcast. And if we continue doing stupid shit, it's funny for a week, but it's not going to be funny in a year.
Yeah.
So that really stood out. Yeah, and then as far as production value and quality and all the stuff we have now, it's like
I say shout out to DK, honestly.
I say shout out to DK too. Fuck that boy.
Thank you. No offense, and you are a person that you are a personality. You're beautiful.
And we ain't bringing that to this podcast. DK brought everything.
DK, when he stepped in, I said, Jesus Christ, this man is intelligent. Like this man is on a different level of intelligence. Like, and I appreciate that, DK. No funny shit.
Nah,
thank you. But it's not intelligence, bro. It's about just wanting to do the work. Just I took a lot of time. Like the stuff. The one thing I'll say, I guess, from me starting to now, man, like things that used to take me a week to do now take me like an hour to do, even less, man. Like it's just I had to take a lot of time at the beginning to learn how to like speed up the production process of our episodes and stuff like that, and to just maintain the quality. And there's still a lot of other work I want to do on my end just to keep it clean, because I want to expand some of the content that we have here. So with expanding that, I got to be mindful of like my time, everybody else's time. So just constantly thinking about that and how we can evolve this. I think it's very important to have people that look like us talking about important things. I don't want to hear any more of this Kanye and Meg Thee Stallion bullshit, my man. That's not real fucking news, my man. Like we got to be talking about real shit that fucking matters. So I mean, I like this. I'm talking about. I'm actually keeping up with the news, which is one thing I definitely wasn't doing before. Going on my way to like interact with people, because I know after college, specifically when I went into teaching, man, I went real antisocial. Like I just stopped. I stopped going out at like period. Mind you, I lived in the Bronx too during that time, but like I would flaking constantly on like Ed Boy. That boy always kept in touch with me. He didn't get upset about that shit.
Yeah.
But nah, man. I'm just glad where. I guess where my life is right now, and I just want to stay focused and keep moving forward with this.
I like that.
Hey boy, how have you evolved? 100th episode, be honest.
I probably regress, bro.
If that's your truth, that's
probably nah. I mean, honestly, I would probably say I'm a little bit more conscientious, just in general. I think one of my issues was that I constantly have a lot going on in my head, and it's hard for me sometimes to, like, when I'm like, for example, this podcast, like I don't have a problem being on this or focusing, because, it's something I want to do. I'm talking to you guys, things of that nature. But I would say just in general, when it came to other things that I might not have wanted to do, things maybe related to like my career or just things of that nature, I wasn't that kind. I would get things done, but I wouldn't get things done in an efficient manner. And I think just seeing, it sounds corny, but like just seeing you guys grow and seeing, how you guys carry yourself. It's like when you surround yourself with certain people, it motivates you to be more on your shit. You're kind of, a lot of who you are is kind of an average of who you spend time with, and or who you talk to, who you communicate with, things of that nature. So being with people who are growing has helped me grow. So yeah, I don't know if it's a big deal. It's kind of hard for me to say like in the moment, but maybe, I don't know, in a few years I could look back and be like, oh damn, between this time and this time I really grew. But I would say I feel like I've grown since, So
love you too, bro. You basically you hear it? Diggy, you heard it? I heard him.
Yeah, I heard him. He mumbled
it. He mumbled it. You heard it?
We got it off camera.
Los did not change from that at all.
Don't get coronavirus in your heart.
What's Dewey?
It's the base. LOSO __G.
DK, the engineer.